Do you struggle with negative emotions getting you down or holding you back? Well, today we're going to talk about how to manage negative emotions. Let's talk first of all today about what are emotions, and are there even such things as negative emotions? So emotions are just energy or energy in motion, and emotions are normal and natural. We all experience them. Emotions really are a combination of physical sensations that our body has connected with thoughts in our head and then our heart. So it all comes together in a feeling that combines both thought and physical sensations. So they're just normal and natural. And in fact, if you pay attention to the feelings connected with emotions, oftentimes the physical feeling is the same, but it's the title or the name that we give to the emotion that changes what that is. Meaning the sensations connected with fear are pretty similar to the sensations that we feel for excitement. And yet the meaning that we attach to those sensations is different. So if emotions are normal and natural, then the next question would be, so are there good emotions or bad emotions, or positive emotions or negative emotions? Well, let's next talk about where emotions come from, because we oftentimes think that emotions are something that comes from external sources. So other people or situations make me feel a certain way. So other people do things that make me mad. Other people do things that hurt my feelings. There are situations that occur that make me feel sad, or that cause me to feel disappointment. So what that looks like is the equation for emotion would be the antecedent, or the event or the situation causes the emotion. So A equals B. And yet, if that is true, then that means that in any situation or circumstance that more than one person is involved in, that all of the people in that circumstance or situation would feel the same way or have the same emotion, right? So if I said to a group of my friends, hey, what do you guys think about going to the movie? I really wanted to see this movie. Then by me making that statement, if the statement or the situation, the event, so going to this movie, if that's what creates the emotion, then every one of the people that I just invited to the movie would feel the same way. They would all either love and be excited about going to the movie, or disinterested, or not, maybe just not wanting to go at all to the movie. But as you know, that's not the case. Each individual may feel differently about this situation. And so it's not the antecedent, it's not the event that equals the emotion. It's the event, the situation, the antecedent, plus our thoughts about the situation that equal our emotion. So here's something that's really important to understand. We are in control of our emotions. It's not external situations or circumstances. Any situation that we are feeling, we're choosing to feel that way. Now, sometimes that's hard to hear and hard for some people to understand or to even agree with, because you may have thoughts or feelings like, well, I don't want to be sad, or I don't want to be mad, or I don't want to feel whatever that emotion is. But the truth is then, why are we feeling it? And the thought may be, well, anybody would feel that way. You know, if my mom passes away, then anybody would feel sad. Well, maybe. You know, maybe I'm happy that my mom passed away because maybe she was in a lot of pain and she'd been suffering for a long time. And now I know that she's no longer suffering. Because of my beliefs about what happens after death, I may be excited for her passing on to the afterlife and what she's going to experience there. So again, it's my thoughts and beliefs about the event that determine the emotion that I'm feeling. So here's the next thing to consider is, if I truly do get to choose my emotion. Let me say one other thing. Oftentimes it feels like the event or circumstance is creating the emotion because it happens so fast. There's an event and boom, there's a feeling. And we're not aware of the thought that's creating that feeling or that emotion. And it's because we've been conditioned throughout our life. So we've been taught at a young age that, if somebody disrespects you or somebody calls you a name, that you get angry when that happens. Other people, though, may have been conditioned that if somebody teases you or calls you a name or makes fun of you, they get sad and they start crying. So think about why that is. We'll go back to everything we do for a reason. And the reason is because of the outcome that it gives us. If the outcome is working for us, if it's giving us what we want, then we're going to repeat that behavior. And the more that we repeat it, the more it moves into the subconscious part of our brain. So we're not even aware of it anymore. And so after years of having events that trigger us and then responding, having thoughts about it in a certain way that creates a feeling or emotion about that, over time, it happens just like that. And it seems like the event creates the emotion. And we forget that at one time there was a conscious thought in there that accepted or chose the emotion connected with the event. And now we don't question it anymore. It just seems like this equals this. But there is that thought in between. So why would I want to hang on to a negative emotion? Why would I want to be sad? Why would I want to be hurt? Why would I want to be disappointed? Well, when we experience those emotions and we have thoughts and beliefs about an event, then it drives our behavior. And again, if the behavior gets us what we want, which generally is to help us feel better or to make us happier, we're going to repeat that behavior. So if you're a person that struggles with anger, think about what you do when you're angry. And what is the payoff, or what is it that you get from being angry? If you are a person that struggles with being sad or depressed all of the time, think about when you're feeling that way, what is your behavior and what is the payoff or the outcome for that behavior? Is it giving you something that you want? Even if it's just in the short term. Oftentimes it gives us an immediate payoff, but long term it's no longer benefiting us. So that's the thing, is why would I want to manage a behavior that's working for me? Why would I want to get rid of a negative behavior if it's giving me the payoff or the outcome that I want? The truth is, I won't. Because when I'm in that place where maybe I become consciously aware that I want to change my emotion, but I know that the way that I get other people to do what I want them to do, the way I get other people to back off and leave me alone, is to get angry and to get upset and to raise my voice. So now I'm in a situation where people are bugging me. I've asked them to leave me alone and they won't leave me alone. But I know that getting angry works. I'm going to get angry because I'm going to use that to get what I want. So usually the reason that people will want to change a negative emotion is because it's gotten to a point that it's creating more problems in their life than benefits. And so again, that desire to change. So I'm in so much pain now because of this. I want to get out of the pain. I want to feel happy. And now I'm willing to go through the work and put forth the effort to make the change. So the way to manage negative emotions are, first of all, we have to look at and say, well, what emotions are negative? And again, those are going to be emotions that are giving us outcomes in our life that we no longer want. Or it could just be, you know what, I'm just tired of feeling sad all of the time. If I recognize that I'm choosing sad, then that empowers me to choose something else. but I got to figure out what it is that I want in place of that and what's going to give me ultimately the outcome that I want. Because as I make changes, other things are going to begin to fall apart. Every time we make change in our life, that order that we've created is going to go into chaos for a period of time until we are able to replace that with new thoughts, new beliefs, new behaviors and emotions that will begin to give us the outcomes. But for a while, it's going to be uncomfortable. That's that idea of getting out of our comfort zone, moving into the growth zone, and staying there long enough that the new way of behaving becomes part of who we are, and it moves into our subconscious, and we begin to do it without even having to think about it. Thanks for watching. I hope that principle-based living is creating value for you in your life. If it is, and you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. And if you're watching it on LinkedIn, go ahead and begin following me there. And if you want to know more about who we are and what we're doing, visit our website. You'll find it listed below, principlebasedliving.com.